Happy first full week of February, Van Horn family. This is this week's edition of the Van Horn Hive. And remember, empower all to be successful today for a better tomorrow. All right, updates. We have already had some grade levels start to reserve dates for quarter 3 curriculum days. Remember, you get 2 per quarter. Please send a list of possible dates to Mrs. Scheidemantel so that I can determine which are the best days based on the calendar. Please try and look at Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Thursdays. Those are the best days. Usually Mondays and Fridays are high sub days. Also, in your curriculum development day, we want you to start developing CFAs that align with your backwards mapping, making sure that we're getting that up to the Ricker, especially since CASP is just around the corner. Also, for 3rd through 6th grades, if you have not yet done so, you need to create an IAB schedule and share that with me so I can make sure that we are getting the IABs done. Those IABs may also be used as your CFAs, so why recreate the wheel if something's already there? All right, speaking of common formative assessments, again, there seems to be some confusion. You should be giving a math and ELA CFA weekly. We need to be checking to make sure that our students are understanding what we're teaching. And if they're not, we need to figure out why. You can switch off on the analysis. So 1 week you can do ELA, 1 week you can do a math analysis. And then we'd really like you to get into a reteach, at least 1 per month on ELA and math. If you have any questions, please come and see me. The school readiness assessment on Friday, February 1st was a great success. Thank you to everybody who participated. The overall strength was establishing a systematic approach to developing a data-driven culture. And then an overall area for growth is for me to have consistent communication between the administration, the leadership, and the staff. A full report of all the themes will be reviewed at leadership and then at the staff meeting in February. A team of teachers, Dustin, the academic or assistant principal, and then Susie, our academic coach, will be meeting at the district office for the second phase of the School Leadership Summit. At this meeting, we will review the 90-day plan second semester, along with the themes that came out of the school readiness assessment. We will look at refining action steps with the input that was given from staff in January. And then we will look at honing in on a few specific steps. We will review all the revisions with the full leadership team in February and the staff at our February staff meeting. Some reminders. We were just talking about this. The School Leadership Summit is February 5th. So Mr. Haycock, Mrs. Smith, and myself, we will be off campus all day. So please keep that in mind when you are sending kids up to the office, as Miss Melissa and Miss Bethany will be there by themselves. We have our awards scheduled for this week, February 7th and 8th. Please turn in the Student of the Month and Principals list by February 5th to me so I can sign them. Also turn in a list of students receiving letters and stars so that we can prepare materials. You can keep the reading, the writing, the math, the groat and grit, and honor roll, as you, as the teacher, will be passing those out on the February 7th assembly. And then 4th grade teachers, you will participate in our Minute to Win It contest on Friday, February 8th. So you will need to identify one student from your class to participate with you. Again, the principals list, honor roll, and additional parent letters are on the back counter in the teacher's lounge. Grab them as you need them. Our awards schedule for February 7th, we're starting with 2nd grade at 8:35, 1st grade at 9:05, 3rd and 4th grade at 9:35. If that one goes long into recess, we will extend your recess. 3rd grade, you will be going to recess with 4th grade on Thursday. And then at 1:35, we will have 5th and 6th grade. This one could go long because of letters and stars and honor roll and principals list. So 5th and 6th graders, please bring your backpacks with you as we could be dismissing from the multipurpose room. And then a quick reminder, we have a Monday holiday for next Monday, February 11th. Make sure the students know there is no school on Monday, and we will also be sending a notice home of the upcoming holidays for students to give to their families. All right, some shout outs. A big shout out to Mrs. Gonzalez and Miss Castillo, Miss Witt and Miss Jamie for representing the specialists on the school readiness assessment focus group. Thank you to Mrs. Eubanks, Miss Niffen, Miss Heinley, Mrs. Fulton, Miss Hill, Miss Borges, Miss West, and Mrs. Whiteley for representing teachers on the school readiness assessment focus group. Again, we got a lot of great feedback and I'm excited to share it with you. Thank you to Mrs. Niffen for attending an IEP for a TK student from Miller, giving your input perspective as a kindergarten teacher. Thank you to Mrs. Eubanks for organizing a care package for our kindergarten friend who is at Children's Hospital in Madera. We keep him in our prayers. Thank you to Mrs. Borges, Mrs. Blythe, and Mrs. West for the support in the NAEP testing on Thursday. The students said that they had a great time testing, so hopefully that's good results. And then finally, thank you to Mrs. Paletta for showing great professionalism and strength for her students with an incident that happened last Thursday on campus. All right, that wraps up this week's communication. Please remember our school-wide foci, planning and instruction for ELA and math, data-driven instruction and backwards mapping, and PBIS, our school-wide matrix. We're continuing to focus on lining up and walking in the hallways. Have a great week.